Happy Halloween!
Welcome back to the Haunted Haven. I'm so glad that you joined me today. It's a big one. It is the big Kringle reveal. All shall be revealed. We have some news to talk about. We have all of the candles, Halloween candles, coming out. Strap yourselves in, grab yourselves a spooky little bear beverage, and get ready for a spook-tacular Tiddlio-Timlio time. My skeleton assistant Hal and I would like to welcome any new faces to the Haven. Thank you so much for being here. We're so happy I joined us. What a video to join us on. Couple things to note. Yes, Kringle Candle is coming out with their Halloween. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. I can't believe this is happening again already. It's coming out 12:01 a.m. on July 4th, which means you should be logged onto your Kringle account, logged into your computer, 11:50, 11:55 on Thursday the 3rd. So it comes out 12:01 that morning, be online Thursday the 3rd. The reason for that is because they traditionally, some of the scents sell out very fast. So if you know you want something, it could be gone within the hour, it could be gone within the first half hour, it could be gone within the first 15 minutes. I mean, last year some things flew. So if you know you want something, you want to be logged on. It doesn't mean the whole collection sells out right away. Last year there were candles there for couple days afterwards, but if you know you really want something, hop on it quickly. Another big, huge piece of information, my friends, is that using the Haunted Haven discount code gets you 15% off of your entire purchase. So 15% off of every candle that you buy. And it's a wonderful way to help the channel. Every time you use the Haunted Haven 15 code, Kringle tracks that information, they keep track of my sales, and they send me candles based on those sales records. So last year, we knocked it out of the park together. They sent me some Christmas candles, they sent me some springtime candles. Thank you so much, and I will remind you again about that at the end. Another thing to note with these candles, they are poured and they are ready to go right now. Those little puppers are just sitting in the storage unit waiting to be bought. Unlike last year when they pre-ordered, poured, and then shipped. So when you place your order on the 4th, you are actually going to be getting those shipped immediately. I have been a Kringle Candle ambassador for a year, I guess? I think last Halloween was my first like ambassadorship season with them. So I've been a Kringle Candle ambassador for an entire year. Really love their candles. They are knock out of this world stellar. So you're in for a real treat today. Let's get going. Hal, get your little bones ready, and we're gonna start with our big Halloween Kringle review of the year. The first one that we have is Blood Moon. The top is Vibrant Cassis, Tamarind Pulp, Cedar, Bergamot Extract. The mid is Pomegranate Seed, Blood Orange, Cassie Clove, and the base is Incense, Acai Berry, Orange Blossom, and Wild Ivy. A thing to note here is if you want to go through these scent notes with me, I have actually put the scent notes on the Haunted Haven Instagram. You can find all of the scent notes there in one of my most recent posts. So this appears to me, I'm looking down at my screen, I'm looking at these images with you at the same time, but yeah, this appears to me to be another play on, I think there's like a blood orange theme happening this year. This, to me, it feels like it's going to be very fruity with the cassis, the pomegranate seed, the acai berry, orange blossom. It's interesting with the incense thrown in there, that makes it spooky. The blood orange and the orange blossom, that's why I'm thinking about like Yankee Candle has a blood orange, Homeworks has a blood orange, and I'm not sure where this theme came from, but I wonder if this is also a blood orange themed, at least leaning candle, and blood is in the moon and orange is in the scent notes twice. So interesting there, interesting overlaps. And this label is beautiful. It does look like there is a blood orange straight behind that werewolf, I guess. Next up we have a cult classic for Kringle, Candycorn. Candycorn, at the top is rich caramel, golden honey butter, the mid is sweet praline, nutmeg, and cinnamon, and the base is creamy vanilla and toasted almond. And from what I can gather, Candycorn really smells like a candy corn. I haven't gotten one yet. This will be the year that I get one, but people tend to really enjoy this one. Cemetery Lane, I do have to show you. Here it is. This is one that's new from last year. Just a beautiful, beautiful label. The notes for Cemetery Lane are dark, mysterious musk, midnight iris. The mid is patchouli and dried oak, and the base is creeping moss, dusky cedar, and sweet earth. This one, from what I remember, very, very spooky. Yeah, the cedar comes through a lot as well as the earth. So this is going to be it's a housey scent, if that makes sense. The wood really comes through for me though. Like this feels like that earth, moss, and wood. So very kind of natural smelling, very kind of like earthy, basement-y, but also housey. I did burn through a good amount of it last year. Next up, we have Graveyard Night, another one I'm able to show you. And let's give a round of applause for Hal giving us some nice views of these little candles. Not little, they're actually quite large. Graveyard Night. The top is caramel, fruity, bayberry, and anise star. Mid, pumpkin spices, clove, and cinnamon. And base is sweet, milk, musky, and powdery. And from what I remember with Graveyard Night, it is apple cidery. Yeah, it really has an apple cider pastry or apple cider donut thing going on to it. It's not going to be the same kind of like spooky pumpkin spice. It has a little bit of a bakery thing going on, but I really get it like a spiced apple thing out of this, or an apple cider type thing out of this, which is quite interesting. All right, next we have It's Alive. The top is green herbal, the mid is fougere, smoke, and the base is wood and amber. I remember smelling this one in store, but I can't remember too much about it. I would imagine that it's got a lot of greens, fresh, that type of thing going on with it, based on everything I remember and this description. Nevermore, another returning favorite from last year. This one is beautiful. Top is chai, spice, and honey. Mid is sandalwood and tea, and the base is cinnamon and floral. If you are a person who's into your spices, into your spicy scents, I would recommend Nevermore. I would think that that would be a spiced tea scent and a little bit sweet. Next up, Poison Apple. I believe this is another returning favorite from last year. The top is Crimson Apple and Oud Wood. Mid is Caramel Pear, Muguet Blossoms. Ooh, I'm not familiar with those. And the base is Glowing Amber, Sweet Tonka Bean. RedRum, one from last year that's returning again. The top is Clove, Fresh Timber, and Black Salt. The mid is Patchouli, Rose, Tobacco Leaf. The base is Gray Amber, Vanilla, Musk, and Oud. I regret at this very moment not getting this last year. It sounds really good. Clove, patchouli, rose, tobacco, vanilla, musk. It sounds very full. These are all very like full, kind of like grounding scents to me. You've got such a strong combination of big grounding scents there. That's like, that to me screams like big candle. Scarecrow, another returning favorite. Tobacco, oriental, bergamot, herbal, leather, and amber. I smelled Scarecrow in the Kringle store last year. It smells really lovely. The tobacco obviously alluding to the tobacco in the Scarecrow's pipe, the herbal, the leather, all of that kind of like lending itself, I think, to the actual body of the Scarecrow. The bergamot, oriental, and amber, those are surprise elements. Next one we have is Sleepy Hollow, and I have that one to show you as well. One of my favorite labels, literally of all time. It's absolutely gorgeous. The top for Sleepy Hollow is pumpkin spice, incense, the mid cedarwood and clove, and the base caramel and citrus. So this is not going to be a straight up pumpkin spice. It's going to have a little bit, again, of that pastry thing going on. This one it comes off quite sweet to me. There's a bakery aspect to this, a sugariness to this. It is pumpkin and it is spice. Got a little something else in there, a little bit of magic, yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna be the same as, like, for example, Yankee's spiced pumpkin. Gonna be sweeter than that. Witch's Cauldron, I am loving, absolutely loving the label on this year. Love it. I know that other people really liked the old Witch's Cauldron. I'm more excited about this one. The top is cedar and clove. The mid is incense and the base is citrus. I am really excited to try this one this year because, for one of the things, it's very simple. It's only got 4 things going on: the cedar, the clove, incense, and the citrus. The top 2 and the mid, cedar, clove, and incense, straight up my alley. I love incense and I love spice scents. I'm curious to see how the citrus mixes in with that. Very curious about that one. I'm going to be picking it up. Witching Hour is our next one. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Scent notes are dried berries, earthy spices. Mid is jasmine petals, blue cypress, and violet leaf. And the base, smoky moss, sandalwood, and tonka bean. This is the one that I burned the most last year. It's about halfway gone at this point, and it's so nice. Very incensey. Mine has a very, very incensey and smoky, like that comes off more than the other notes, I would say. That's divine! That puts me in a meditative state. That really puts me into that peaceful, grounded, meditative state that fire notes, scent notes, that kind of thing will put me in. Could be the tonka bean, sandalwood, violet leaf. Those things are also very grounding. Yeah, the jasmine and the dried berries. Dried berries actually makes a lot of sense because that lends itself to that, like, herbal, witchy type of vibe. It's not going to be just straight sweet berries. Dried berries are a different thing. Tangy. They're tangy. Oh, this is just divine. This could be possibly one of my favorites. I would highly recommend Witching Hour. Beautiful scent. Probably gonna light that one up after this just for fun. 7 days, a new one, brand new. Dewy greens, herbaceous leaves. Mid is apple blossom, jasmine blooms, mint leaf, thyme, and the base cedarwood, patchouli, geranium, and musk. They're going very cinematic this year, as you'll see as we go along. Very, very Halloween movie cinematic. This one to me is giving me the vibes of the earthiness, that with those greens, leaves, and I mean the blossoms are interesting. Those floral notes are interesting. But yeah, the thyme, the leaves, the greens, all of that stuff. I'm wondering if this is going to be another springy smelling scent. Sometimes they come out with things that are fresh rather than spooky for Halloween. All right, next we have Coven. Oh, this looks good. Top is cinnamon leaf and lemon flower. The mid is lily of the valley, jasmine, and patchouli, and the base is musk, sandalwood, vanilla, and guaiac wood. I'm not actually too familiar with what guaiac wood is. Give me a sec. Has a balsamic and slightly smoky scent with honeyed sweet tones. That's interesting. So we've got cinnamon, we have the florals with lily of the valley, jasmine, then we have things like patchouli, musk, sandalwood, which are going to be more grounding, and then this guaiac wood, which is very interesting. I also don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Apologies in advance. I don't know what to make of that one. I am curious actually. Possibly we'll pick it up just to see. It's evil! Pastry spice, mid butter caramel, and base almond vanilla. So obviously it's an allusion to a certain clown that I don't know if I can say on behalf of Kringle, but it reminds me of something you would get at like a fall carnival. Pastry, spice, butter, caramel, almond vanilla. That reminds me of like, I don't know, some sort of pastry type thing. I don't know if that's what they were going for, that's what I get. Halloween, this label, very similar. It's the same face as Jack-o'-lantern, which I have right here. And this was the Country Candle. Country Candle is not returning this year, by the way. It is just these 2 wick pillars. But yeah, let's take a look at the notes of Halloween, and I wonder if it's going to be similar to what this one. Halloween is black licorice, anise, and fennel. The mid is clove, cinnamon, nutmeg, and the base, musk, cedarwood, sweet tonka, and vanilla. Now, solely for the label, I will pick this one up. I mean, how could you not? If you're a licorice person or not a licorice person, you know, take heed. Those can be very strong. Something that does use anise, licorice that I really love is the Goose Creek Witch's Cauldron, and God, I love that scent so much. So this is going to be straight up my alley. Sinister, next we have ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom. Mid is Moscato wine, dark plum, and cranberries. And the base is amber, vanilla, coconut, and musk. That's another very interesting blend. We have some just straight up kind of pumpkin spice thing with a ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg. Those are very classic fall scents. And then we have the sweetness under it, very sweet in the mid with the Moscato wine, dark plum, and cranberries. And then we have a very grounding, obviously, base with amber, vanilla, coconut, interesting scent to throw into there, and musk. That seems like a very well-rounded candle to me, and the label on this isn't my favorite, but the scent notes here, really interesting to me. I think that's going to be a really pretty one. Trick or Treat, another stellar label. Knocked it out of the park this year. The top is going to be poison apple, green, aldehyde, fir, and marine. The mid is pine, cinnamon, and clove, and the base is sandalwood, musk, cedar, guaiac wood again, there we go, and moss. Interesting for trick or treat. They have, okay, apple, if you've somehow gotten an apple in your bag, nobody likes that. Green's aldehyde, fir, and marine. So this is very like elemental. The aldehydes, the green, the fir, and the marine. I wonder if they were going for like trick-or-treating out on, you know, maybe if you're in Seattle or you've got that breeze coming in from the sea, and that's so very interesting. The mid is going to be pine, cinnamon, and clove. The base, sandalwood, musk, cedar, guaiac wood, moss. Very interesting. Not what I was thinking at all for trick or treat. Not the thing that I would have had in mind. Much more natural scent. I'm very curious about that one. Oh, also just to say here that some of my other Kringle ambassador colleagues did get candles to review. Philly Candleman has some. I haven't watched his yet because I never want to contaminate my brain before I make my own videos, but go to Philly Candleman. I'll link him below. In person, he has these to give you a better idea. My friends, we have come to the end of the 2 wick pillars. Wow. And we are on to the 3 wicks. Hold on, we're rounding out our Kringle journey. All right, we've got trick or treat. Different notes. This is different for the 3 wick. Top is orange, coconut, and nuts. Mid is chocolate, rum, and patchouli, and the base is amber, sandalwood, cedarwood, and musk. And this is, I guess, a little bit closer to like a foodie scent than I was, you know, what I was thinking the other trick-or-treat would be. Yeah, but this, I mean, the orange, the coconut, the nuts, the chocolate, you know, those are all gonna lend themselves to that kind of like foodie, treaty scent. Not gonna be candy, definitely not. Rum and patchouli, that's interesting. Those are a little bit darker than what I would imagine for a trick-or-treat candle, but yeah, we've got some interesting mixes going on this year with Kringle. I'm enjoying the experimentalness. Hallowed Ground. Oh, that sounds so good to me. Top is saffron, smoky, cedarwood accord. Mid is honey and sage, and the base sandalwood, musk, vanilla, patchouli, and tonka. That sounds delightful to me, and I may very well have to pick up a 3 wick of that. Forbidden Forest. Top is earth incense, cinnamon stick, blackberry. Mid, raw honey, clove leaf, smoked leather. And the base, patchouli, dark woods, and vanilla bean. Another one that I imagine is going to just smell incredible. Earth incense, smoky leather, dark woods, patchouli, like, come on, that doesn't get any better than that. Oh, jeez. Thriller. Top is red apple slices, sweet orange, and crisp pear. Mid, cinnamon stick, clove bud, cardamom seeds, ginger zest. Base is maple syrup and vanilla bourbon. Pumpkin smash is the next one. Love the name of this, love the concept. Top is white pumpkin seeds, pumpkin puree, and lemon. Mid, brown sugar, cinnamon sticks, nutmeg shavings, and the base. The base was maple butter, toffee, and vanilla extract. So this is, to me, very much leaning towards a pumpkin pie scent. I mean, I thought that it was like smashing pumpkins. I thought that that was the concept, but it seems like it's actually like, oh no, mashed pumpkins for your pumpkin pie. So, black cats and bats. Black pepper, tobacco leaves. Mid is smoked suede, pine sap, and red cedar. Base is velvet oak moss and warm amber. Again! That sounds so good. That's like all the favorite things I could have asked for. Black pepper, tobacco, smoked suede. Oh, boy did they knock it out. Wow, guys, I'm glad that we had this chance to look at everything together. Get yourselves ready. Make your account with Kringle ahead of time. Log in, test out things, test out the codes beforehand so you know how everything works, and be ready on the evening of August 3rd into Friday, August 4th. If you want to look at these scent notes again, go to the Haunted Haven Instagram, take a scroll through, you can take a look, read everything, make your list ahead of time so you know what you want to get right as the door opens. Oh boy, everybody, this is very exciting. I am so happy that we're doing this. Oh my god. It's Kringle time. Oh! I will have some of these to review for you. It was great to have you here. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're just visiting, we'd love to have you back. And I hope to see you again soon in the Haven. All right, my friends. Lovely, lovely to have you, and spooky ween to ya all. All right, bye. Bye bye.